What's happening, guys? It's B-RAD and welcome to another episode of Fut Eliminator, and today it is another Twitter based episode where you guys get to choose whether I have bronzers in my team and potentially discard my players at the end. Today's episode is on Calvert-Lewin. Let's get into the video. So here we are then with moments Calvert-Lewin on the screen. This card looks incredible, and if you did watch the episode with me and Luke, the Fut Eliminator episode with me and LAJS, you will know that I got a Kika Casillas who was absolutely god awful. He went into the SBC to get Calvert-Lewin, and I definitely do not regret it one bit. Yeah, so the way this series works is basically Twitter will get to have a go at giving me bronzers in my team, and also if I lose the game, however many goals I lose the game by at the end, they can potentially decide my discards as well. So make sure you follow me at Brad861 over on Twitter, and you can take part when the tweet goes up for this video. What I need to do now is get myself a second player. It needs to be non-Premier League and non-English. I am allowed to use an icon this episode. If we packed one, I'll use it. Right, so here we are. I've just made up 3 player picks to get my second player. Now, these have been really good to me so far. I think I've done about 10 on the companion app. I did 10 for the FSB Creators video, which you can go and check our channel out in the link description below. When the Future Stars first launched, and it was Monday night, I did 10 on there. Got a walkout, got a couple of 85s. Luke, LAJS, he got a Future Stars. And I have since got Pedro Porro, and I also got Trincao in a bunch of 5 player picks. So I've done pretty well with these so far, in I think 20 player picks, maybe 25, because I did 5 after the 10. So in 25 player picks, I've had 2 Future Stars and a couple of walkouts. Now I've got 3 more. Can we see if we can get ourselves a nice, juicy second player? Well, not really there. Fabian, I think, does have an upgrade, but it's not a great one. We'll take him. Pereira's got an alright upgrade. He's got his ice card or fire card. We'll take him as well. And then the final one. Oh, Luka Modric. But can I afford? So I can't use, obviously, I can't use Nelson Semedo because he's a Premier League player. I'm now going to check the price of Modric. If not, it's going to be Pereira. If Modric is affordable with me being able to also spend money on the rest of the team, I will get him. He's not. He's actually out of my budget completely. This card is still holding at 790,000 coins. I'm going to go and get Ice Pereira, and I'm going to go and get ready for the squad build. Right, so I have Ice Pereira in alongside Calvert-Lewin. I need to get myself a formation first from the wheel. Let's go and see what we're doing in today's episode. Or it looks like it's going to be the standard 4-4-1-1. Okay, so that's not too bad. We'll either play DCL at centre forward or striker. Let's get back to the squad. So here on the screen we have the team with Pereira and DCL in the 4-4-1-1 formation. What I now have is 5 minutes to build myself a 3-league hybrid with a minimum of 2 players from each league. They also needs to be a minimum of 3 nations in the whole entire squad. I can use as many loans as I want to. I can use 1 icon or 1 hero. And yeah, I've got to get that all done in the criteria. If not, I start a goal down, which I go into a game of rivals, so I'll just score an own goal at the start of the game if I mess it up somehow. And yeah, and then basically we'll get into a game. So without any further delay, let's get my 5-minute timer on the ready. There it is, and we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is try and sort out a little bit. Just this middle section. I'm going to get Dybala. Now I don't think he has any special cards this year. I had his Moments card back in the day. Oh my god, that card is incredible. But I'm going to put him there, and then I'm going to have my icon in here because I packed an icon. I've not done very well with my icon picks, but I packed this guy and I'm just going to use him. I just want to try and see what he's like. We'll try and use him. Now, DCL needs a strong link from one of these sides. So, what do I have in the Prem that's English on the left? Or English on the right? So, let's have a look. In the club, I've got Foden. I could use Foden. I could... Do you know what? I've got a bit of an idea, actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Foden. I'm then going to use... I'm going to try this out. I'm going to try Reguilon. His special card. I'm then going to try Romero. So I've got 2 players from Serie A. I've got plenty of players from the Prem. What I'm now going to do is I'm now going to switch over here and I'm going to use... There's an English guy that I've got that was, I think, a signature signings. Edwards, I think his name is, isn't it? On the right. Yeah, he's the only one I've got on the right hand side, isn't he? Yeah, I'm going to use this guy and then I'm going to try and link him off because obviously I've got the link there with... oh, do you know what? I've just seen he's from the Portuguese league. I'm going to have to use him, aren't I? Going to have to use him. After talking about just packing him recently, I'm going to have to use my Pedro Porro. So then he goes in there. And then I just need a... I could go Marquezin in goal. But if I could strong link this off, I don't think I'm going to be able to with the Liga NOS because I think I'd have to have 2 strong links or a perfect link to Pedro Porro. There is Coates there. There is Verissimo, but he doesn't get any strong links. This is Carlo Ignacio, but I reckon he's a special item, so I don't think I've got this guy. And then the only Spanish is Marcano. He's taking a pasting on his pace this year. There is no one there that I want to use other than maybe Coates or Lucas Verissimo. If I use Verissimo, I don't think I can because I think I'd have to strong link. Let me just check. Yeah, I need a strong link there, and then I don't think there's an Argentinian from that club, is there? No, he's got a perfect link in Helton Leite, but he's got no Argentinian other than Marquezin. So I was thinking I was going to use Marquezin, but I'm going to need a Porto centre-back, which I don't know if there's any good ones other than Pepe. I could just use normal Pepe. That's fine. It's not terrible. Alone Pepe as well. But that's 4 from the Portuguese league, 2 from the Serie A. We've got English, Spanish, Argentinian, Portuguese. We've got the nations. We've got the. I'm kind of happy with the team with 50 seconds on the clock. I don't think I want to change anything. Pereira definitely needs that link, so I can't. I've got to have him there. I was trying to just think if I could get a way to get a better goalkeeper, and then it would involve me having to sacrifice not using Pedro Porro. But I think, given that I've just packed him, the only way I could do this any other way is use this guy. But then I don't think there's any strong links to him at centre back either. I think we're good. We're good with that. That is how the team's going to be. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the timer. I'm going to put a notification on Twitter that this is the team I have got. I will take my packed player, which is Pereira, obviously DCL as my marquee player, and then I get to choose a second player of my choosing, and we'll go for it straight away now. I'm going to take Pedro Porro, so I get to use the Future Stars card. They're going to be my safe players. Twitter will then have a guess at 3 different spots in my team once I've jumbled it up. If they hit the blank spaces, we're good. If they hit one of the players that are there, they are eliminated from the squad and replaced with a bronze when we go into the game of rivals. So I'm going to get this onto Twitter now, and hopefully we'll see what damage they're causing. Right, okay, so the tweet has now gone out. I have put down CalvertLewin, Pereira and Pedro Porro onto the bench, and I'm now going to jumble the team up whilst hopefully someone on Twitter comments on the tweet. So let's get everyone moved. Now, people know that I like to leave a space usually on each line. However, I've only got one striker, so I'm going to put someone in there in the hope that no one takes him. And then I don't know, really. I really don't know. Where do I put the goalkeeper? Is it bait to put him at centre forward? People do like to stay down the middle. We'll put him at goalie. And then I'll put Dybala. Do you know what? As I now see that, I think I'm going to go for that. I'm going to leave 3 of my 4 defenders. I'm going to try something different and see what happens. 3 of my 4 defensive spots are open. My goalkeeper's at left centre back. LCB, is someone going to type LCB? I don't think they will. Oh. I'm going to change them for right mid just at the last second. I hope that's not a mistake. I really hope that's not a mistake. We're going to leave it at that. We will come back when we've got a notification on our tweet. And we are back, and we have a notification sitting on the computer screen for the tweet. So it's time to go and find out what damage has been done. Let's have a look. Notifications. Notification is from Shane Watson, my guy, another YouTuber. You should go and check him out. I'm not sure if he's still doing YouTube at the moment. Let me know down in the comments, Shane. Are you still doing stuff? But yeah, you've actually put left back, right back, which we just actually said that I was going to leave more defensive places open, and you have missed there. But you have got left centre mid, which is Phil Foden. So I've got no left mid. And he was my strong link. So I'm going to have to find a left mid bronze from the Prem or something. Or just anyone English from the Prem. It doesn't matter. But yeah, left back, right back, left centre mid. That is the damage. Phil Foden is gone. I'm going to buy up the rest of the players. I'll come back when I've got a bronze in the team before we get into a game of rivals. Right, so here we are with the completed team. And as you will see, what I've actually done, because Kirby is 60 rated as a low rated left mid bronze English player in the Prem, and I do really need to give the link to Regulon, or at least get a strong link or a link to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So it could have been Everton, I suppose, but even so, all the left mids were too high rated, really. So I've gone for a Norwich boy. He's going to be playing off chem and also at left mid. It is Liam Gibbs. Yeah, I never heard of the guy, I'm not gonna lie. Plays for Norwich, which is where I come from. But he looks pretty bad. No offense, mate, if you are watching. I doubt you are, but just in case. Yeah, and I mean, he's clearly not wearing the Norwich kit in there either. So they obviously signed him from somewhere. Maybe it looks blue, and I don't want to say the term for the team down south of us that are in blue. But yeah, so this is the team. We're going to go and get into a game of rivals. And like I say, however many goals I lose by, if I lose, is how many discards will be available to Twitter at the end. Okay, here we are getting into the game of rivals. Fairly okay team. A lot of gold rares in there. I mean, unless he's doing an episode like me, I'd expect to see something better than that. But hey, each to their own. Let's go and see how good this Dominic Calvert-Lewin card is. Well, I'll tell you straight away, the one card that is good is Dybala's left foot. Please bring another Moments Dybala out, or a flashback Dybala. I loved that card last year. Oh, lovely play. Edwards to Dybala, lays it back for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who smashes it in to the far left corner. That's another goal. I'm taking that for Calvert-Lewin because at the end of the day, it was going in regardless, and it looks like it's given it to Calvert-Lewin maybe. Yeah, so it looks like the ball had just crossed the line as Van Dijk got there. Yeah, I mean, that was a little bit fortunate, I guess, in the sense that the chip fell at his feet, but the guy's got some shot power on him. He really has. I don't know what to say. I think this guy's going to go. Yeah, he didn't miss. I mean, he's got a 10 out of 10. My review of Dominic Calvert-Lewin is he got a 10 out of 10. 3 goals, 1 assist in 4-goal thriller. The guy seems very, very good. Very good in terms of his positioning. He does go, like, you can see the heat map there. So I had him on stay forward, but even so, you can see that there's quite a lot of him being back. Now, obviously, a lot of the stuff was counter attacks, so he was kind of there on that line before he goes forward. So he did drop a little bit deep, so you might want him in a 2-striker formation. Fortunately for me, I had a centre forward in Dybala who also scored and assisted too. So they actually linked up really well together. The one thing I didn't get to try, I did only put 1 ball in the box. I wanted to really see what he was like in the air, because he looks set to be lethal in the air. But generally, I mean, what can you ask? First game with him, he goes out, he gets a hat-trick, he gets an assist. This card is insane. But what it also means for today's episode is there are no discards on the line for me, so we get away scot-free. Thank you ever so much to Shane for taking part in the episode on Twitter, and please guys, keep an eye on my Twitter, as I say, at @BRAD861, because I do post the links to all my other videos there. We've got the FSB creators where we do a podcast, a draft series, and a pack series as well, so you'll get notifications of all these different videos going live and all that different content for you to watch. Please do as well smash the like for this video, and please do consider subscribing to the channel. We are so close to 100. Let's just make it happen. I've been B-RAD. Thank you ever so much for tuning in.